luxury car market is experiencing a growth spurt.
Today, as a leader in the pickup category, we believe we are going to disrupt the market with the launch of all-new Bolero Max pickup range.
Sales have skyrocketed, driven by a younger, wealthier clientele.
While the entire auto world races blindly towards electric vehicles, one Indian giant has quietly unleashed something that could change everything. Mahindra has just revealed a commercial vehicle that's making EV manufacturers nervous and forcing the industry to question if they've been heading in the wrong direction. What makes this CNG-powered machine so dangerous to the electric vehicle revolution, and why are global automakers suddenly scrambling to understand Mahindra's bold strategy? Stay with me as we uncover the shocking truth behind this game-changing move. The quiet revolution that started in India's heartland. In the bustling commercial districts of India, where small businesses struggle with rising fuel costs and unreliable infrastructure, Mahindra spotted an opportunity that Tesla and other EV giants completely missed. While tech companies poured billions into electric charging networks for urban elites, Mahindra focused on the forgotten heroes of India's economy: the fruit vendors, delivery drivers, small transporters, and farmers who keep the nation moving. The company's journey began decades ago when they realized that India needed vehicles that could survive anything. Bad roads, extreme weather, heavy loads, and tight budgets were the daily reality for millions of hard-working Indians. This understanding shaped every Mahindra vehicle, from the legendary Bolero to the tough-as-nails Thar. But something interesting happened in recent years. The number of CNG stations grew from 3,180 in June 2021 to 6,959 in June 2024, creating an infrastructure that quietly became more accessible than electric charging points. While everyone debated the future of EVs, CNG vehicle sales jumped 33% in the first half of 2024 to over 500,000 units. Mahindra's leadership saw these numbers and made a decision that would shock the industry. Instead of following the EV crowd, they doubled down on CNG technology, but with a twist that nobody expected. Now, let's explore the machine that's causing all this commotion and why it's got EV companies worried. Meet the Mahindra Bolero Max Pickup HD 19 CNG, a name that might sound ordinary, but represents something extraordinary in the world of commercial vehicles.
And we believe with the offering that we have, we should be able to do full justice to that capacity.
This is not only another pickup truck with a different fuel system. It's a carefully engineered response to the real needs of India's working class, and it's built to challenge everything we thought we knew about alternative fuel vehicles. Powered by a robust 2.5-litre turbocharged CNG engine, the Bolero Max-X Pickup HD 19 CNG delivers 61 kilowatt and best-in-class torque of 220 Newton-meters at 1,200 to 200 revolutions per minute, ensuring exceptional performance even under demanding load conditions.
We are also going to bring in a 2-ton as a part of this range that we bring to the market.
These numbers tell a story that goes beyond mere specifications. They represent years of research into what commercial users actually need. The vehicle can carry up to 1,700 kilograms of payload while delivering an impressive range of 375-400 kilometers on a single CNG fill-up. But here's where it gets interesting. This is about creating a reliable business partner that never lets you down. Unlike electric vehicles that require hours of charging time and depend on spotty infrastructure, this CNG pickup can be refueled in just a few minutes at any of the thousands of CNG stations across India. For a delivery driver who makes multiple trips daily, or a farmer transporting goods to market, this difference between minutes and hours is the difference between profit and loss. But the real genius lies in how Mahindra engineered this machine to overcome CNG's traditional weaknesses. Engineering excellence that breaks CNG stereotypes. For years, CNG vehicles suffered from a reputation problem. They were seen as underpowered, slow, and suitable only for city rickshaws or small cars. Mahindra's engineers took this challenge personally and set out to create something that would change perceptions forever. The heart of this revolution is the Advanced Fuel Management System. Traditional CNG vehicles often struggled with power delivery. especially under load. Mahindra solved this by developing a sophisticated electronic control unit that optimizes fuel injection timing and air-fuel mixture in real time. This means the engine delivers consistent power, whether you're carrying a full load up a steep hill or cruising empty on the highway. The engine itself is a masterpiece of practical engineering. The 2.5-litre turbocharged unit produces power figures that rival many diesel engines, but with far cleaner emissions. The turbocharger ensures that power delivery remains strong even at high altitudes, making this vehicle suitable for India's diverse geography.
These are features that are typically offered in SUVs and passenger cars, but we are bringing that into the pickup range.
What makes this engineering approach revolutionary is the attention to detail in components that most manufacturers overlook. The intake manifold has been redesigned with larger diameter pipes to ensure optimal gas flow. The compression ratio has been precisely calibrated to extract maximum energy from CNG while maintaining engine longevity. Even the exhaust system features specialized heat management to handle the different combustion characteristics of natural gas. But power is just one part of the equation. Mahindra paid equal attention to the chassis and suspension system. The vehicle features a double-layer steel frame that provides exceptional strength without adding unnecessary weight. Multi-leaf spring suspension at the rear automatically adjusts to load variations, ensuring a smooth ride whether empty or fully loaded. The braking system has been specifically calibrated for CNG operation, accounting for the different weight distribution that comes with CNG cylinders. The brake discs are larger than standard, providing better heat dissipation during heavy-duty use. Even the steering has been tuned to provide confident handling under all load conditions, with a redesigned steering geometry that accounts for the altered center of gravity. Numbers don't lie, and the numbers surrounding Mahindra's CNG pickup are making electric vehicle proponents very uncomfortable. Let's break down the economics that are causing this disruption. Starting with the purchase price, the Bolero Max X Pickup HD 1.9 CNG is priced at 1,119,000 rupees, positioning it as an affordable option for small and medium businesses. Compare this to equivalent electric commercial vehicles.
Calling out range because we are not launching one product, two products. We have a full offering of 8 products that we bring to the market today,
which often cost 40 to 60% more, and the advantage becomes clear. But the real story emerges when you look at operating costs. CNG currently costs around 70 to 80 rupees per kilograms in most Indian cities, while diesel hovers around 90-95 rupees per litre. With the vehicle's impressive mileage, daily running costs drop significantly compared to diesel alternatives. Here's where it gets interesting for business owners. A typical delivery vehicle might cover 150 to 200 kilometers daily. With this CNG pickup, that translates to roughly 800 to 1,000 rupees in daily fuel costs, compared to 1,200 to 1,500 rupees for an equivalent diesel vehicle. Over a month, that's a saving of 12,000 to 15,000 rupees, money that goes straight into the business owner's pocket. Maintenance costs tell an equally compelling story. CNG engines typically have longer service intervals and fewer moving parts that wear out compared to diesel engines. The absence of particulate filters, diesel exhaust fluid systems, and complex emission control equipment means fewer things can go wrong. But perhaps the most compelling advantage is practical reliability in India's challenging conditions. Real-world performance that electric dreams can't match. While EV manufacturers showcase their vehicles in controlled environments with perfect charging infrastructure, Mahindra's CNG pickup thrives in the chaos of real India. This is where theory meets harsh reality, and the results are eye-opening. Consider the daily life of Ramesh, a small businessman who transports goods between Delhi and nearby towns. His day starts at 4 a.m., loading his vehicle with vegetables for the morning market. By 10 a.m., he's completed his first delivery and needs to refuel for the next trip. With the CNG pickup, he pulls into any CNG station, fills up in 3 to 4 minutes, and he's back on the road. Now imagine if Ramesh had chosen an electric vehicle instead. His morning would start with anxiety about battery charge levels. His 10 a.m. stop would turn into a 2-3 hour wait at a charging station, if he could find one that's working. That lost time translates directly into lost income. The vehicle's 400 kilometers range on a single fill-up means Ramesh can complete multiple trips without fuel stops. The robust suspension handles pothole-ridden highways without complaint. The powerful engine pulls heavy loads up steep inclines without struggling. Most importantly, the simple CNG system means any mechanic in any small town can service the vehicle if needed. This real-world resilience is what makes the vehicle genuinely disruptive. While electric vehicles promise future convenience, this CNG pickup delivers present-day reliability. What started as a solution for Indian market conditions is now being studied by automotive companies worldwide.
Yes, you had 34 vehicle OEMs participating, more than 100 vehicle launches taking place here.
The success of Mahindra's CNG strategy has implications that extend far beyond commercial vehicles in emerging markets. CNG vehicles offer clear advantages for most Indian consumers compared to electric vehicles in 2024. The lower upfront costs, quick refueling, robust infrastructure, and government support make CNG cars and CNG trucks an appealing choice. This insight is resonating with markets in Southeast Asia, Africa, and Latin America, where similar conditions exist. Countries like Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and several African nations are now looking at CNG as a viable bridge technology between traditional fossil fuels and full electrification. The Indian model shows that you don't need to wait for perfect electric infrastructure to start reducing emissions and improving air quality. The ripple effects are becoming visible in unexpected places. Brazil, which has extensive sugarcane ethanol infrastructure, is exploring CNG as a complementary alternative fuel strategy. Argentina, with its abundant natural gas reserves, is studying Mahindra's commercial vehicle approach to develop their own domestic automotive industry. Even developed markets are paying attention. Italian commercial vehicle manufacturers, facing pressure to reduce emissions in city centres, are exploring CNG technology for urban delivery vehicles. The German automotive industry, traditionally focused on diesel efficiency, is investigating CNG as an interim solution while electric infrastructure develops. International automotive consultants are studying Mahindra's approach as a template for emerging markets. The company has proven that understanding local conditions and customer needs can create market opportunities that global giants miss. This has led to consulting engagements where European and American companies seek to understand the Indian model. European commercial vehicle manufacturers, traditionally focused on diesel and electric options, are now exploring CNG technology for their emerging market strategies. Some are even considering partnerships with Indian companies to access this expertise. The technology transfer is flowing in reverse, marking a significant shift in automotive innovation patterns. But the real test of this strategy's effectiveness comes from the market response and customer adoption. Market disruption in real numbers. The impact of Mahindra's CNG strategy is measurable in market data that tells a compelling story. Light commercial pickup trucks dominate the India CNG vehicles market, holding approximately 41% market share in 2024. This dominance represents a fundamental shift in how commercial vehicle buyers are thinking about fuel options. What's particularly interesting is the timing of this growth. In 2024, an average of 12.43 petrol, diesel, CNG, or hybrid vehicles were sold for every EV, showing that despite all the EV hype, practical alternatives like CNG are winning in the marketplace. The commercial segment tells an even more dramatic story. While passenger car buyers might choose vehicles based on status or technology features, commercial vehicle buyers make decisions based purely on business logic. The fact that they're choosing CNG in increasing numbers sends a clear message about what works in the real world. Dealers across India report that the CNG pickup has become their fastest-moving commercial vehicle. Orders are backing up as production struggles to meet demand. More importantly, customer satisfaction scores are exceptionally high, indicating that the vehicles are delivering on their promises in daily use. This market success is forcing traditional players to reconsider their strategies and assumptions. Mahindra's success with CNG technology is creating waves throughout the automotive industry that are forcing everyone to reconsider their assumptions about the future of transportation. Traditional diesel engine manufacturers are scrambling to develop their own CNG alternatives. Companies that had written off CNG as a transitional technology are now investing millions in research and development. The message is clear. There's a substantial market for practical, affordable alternatives that don't require massive infrastructure changes. Electric vehicle manufacturers, particularly in the commercial segment, are finding their value propositions challenged. The promise of lower operating costs looks less compelling when CNG vehicles offer similar benefits with none of the infrastructure hassles. Some EV companies are quietly exploring hybrid approaches that combine electric power with CNG backup systems.
Charging up India's EV journey. India is racing towards a greener future, and electric vehicles are at the heart of that transformation.
Government policymakers are also taking notice. The success of CNG vehicles is influencing decisions about infrastructure investment and emission regulations. Rather than rushing toward electric-only policies, many regions are now considering technology-neutral approaches that allow the market to determine the best solutions. International automotive suppliers are adjusting their strategies to support this CNG revival. Companies that had focused exclusively on electric vehicle components are now developing CNG-specific technologies and systems. At its core, Mahindra's success with CNG technology represents a fundamentally different approach to innovation. While most automotive companies start with technology and try to find applications, Mahindra started with customer problems and worked backward to find solutions. This customer-centric philosophy shaped every decision in the vehicle's development. Instead of asking what's technologically possible, Mahindra asked what's practically necessary. Instead of focusing on impressive specifications, they focused on daily usability. Instead of targeting urban early adopters, they targeted the broad middle market of working professionals. This approach led to seemingly simple innovations that have profound practical impact. The larger CNG cylinders increase range. The optimized fuel management system ensures consistent power. The robust construction handles real-world abuse. The accessible price point makes business sense. Most importantly, Mahindra recognized that the transition to cleaner transportation doesn't have to be an all-or-nothing choice between traditional and electric. CNG represents a practical middle path that reduces emissions, cuts costs, and works within existing infrastructure limitations. This philosophical approach has created a template that other companies are now trying to replicate. The competitive response and market evolution. The success of Mahindra's CNG strategy hasn't gone unnoticed by competitors, and the market response is reshaping the entire commercial vehicle landscape. Traditional market leaders who had dismissed CNG as yesterday's technology are now rushing to develop their own alternatives. Tata Motors, Mahindra's primary competitor in the commercial space, has accelerated its CNG vehicle development program. Giants like Tata Motors are set to revolutionize the CNG market with new innovations like the Turbo CNG and AMT CNG powertrain options. This competitive response validates Mahindra's strategy while pushing the entire industry toward better CNG solutions. International manufacturers are also taking notice. Companies that had focused exclusively on electric commercial vehicles for emerging markets are now developing CNG variants. Some are exploring partnerships with local companies to quickly enter this growing market segment. The competitive pressure is driving innovation across the CNG ecosystem. Fuel system suppliers are developing more efficient components. Engine manufacturers are improving power and efficiency. Even CNG infrastructure companies are expanding their networks to capture the growing demand. This competitive evolution benefits customers through better products, more choices, and competitive pricing. It also validates the market opportunity that Mahindra identified and pursued. The success of Mahindra's CNG strategy represents more than just a successful product launch. It signals a potential transformation in how the automotive industry approaches the transition to cleaner transportation technologies. India's largest passenger car maker, Maruti Suzuki India, has said that by FY31, It expects that 15 to 20% of cars sold by the company would be EVs, and another 25% could be hybrids, while the rest will use ethanol, CNG, and compressed biogas. This projection suggests that the future of transportation will be more diverse than the pure electric future that many had envisioned. The success of CNG in commercial applications is likely to spill over into other segments. Passenger car buyers, particularly in price-sensitive markets, are taking notice of the practical advantages. This could lead to renewed interest in CNG across the entire automotive spectrum. From a policy perspective, governments are recognizing that mandating specific technologies may be less effective than setting emission targets and allowing market forces to determine optimal solutions. This technology-neutral approach could accelerate adoption of cleaner alternatives while avoiding the infrastructure bottlenecks that plague pure electric strategies. The global implications are equally significant. Emerging markets worldwide face similar challenges to India: limited infrastructure, price-sensitive customers, and the need for practical transportation solutions. Mahindra's success provides a roadmap that other companies and countries can adapt to their specific conditions. As we look at the bigger picture, it's clear that this story represents something larger than automotive innovation. Mahindra's success with CNG vehicles offers valuable takeaways that go far beyond the automotive industry. In a time when many companies chase flashy tech trends, Mahindra chose to double down on practical solutions rooted in real customer needs, and it paid off. One major takeaway is the importance of market timing. While the industry charged ahead with electric vehicles, Mahindra realized that the infrastructure and affordability barriers in their core markets made EVs an impractical choice for the present. Instead of stalling or over-promising, they delivered a solution that worked under current realities. Another key insight lies in how well they understood their audience. Mahindra didn't assume all customers were looking for the same kind of innovation. They recognized that commercial vehicle buyers prioritize cost efficiency and reliability over trendiness, and that shaped a product tailored exactly to those needs. Their approach also highlights the power of strategic patience. In a fast-paced world obsessed with instant results, Mahindra chose to take their time, thoroughly testing and refining their CNG technology before bringing it to market. That investment in real-world performance gave them a serious edge once the product launched. Mahindra's CNG breakthrough proves that the future of transportation doesn't have to follow the path that tech giants have mapped out. Sometimes the most revolutionary approach is the most practical one. As electric vehicle companies continue to promise tomorrow's solutions, Mahindra is delivering today's answers to real people with real needs. What do you think about this CNG revolution? Is it a smart transition strategy or just delaying the inevitable electric future? Share your thoughts below.